So that's all applied, and we're gonna leave it on. I know I look like Mrs. Doubtfire, but we're gonna leave it on for a little while, and we'll say maybe about until you feel your skin like tighten and it gets unbearable, and you're like, and you can't really talk. Then rinse it off. So, you guys have been wondering, how old is she? I've been told that I look 18. Like when I tell people how old I am, they're like, no, I thought you was a teenager. I thought you were 18. I thought you were 20. I thought you were 21. I'm not telling you. If you want to know how old I am, watch my other videos. I mentioned it, I think once or twice in another video. And if I didn't mention it, I will mention it in another video, but not this one. This is my skincare routine. I'm gonna start by showing you guys what I will do first. So I start off with witch hazel. This stuff is good to put on bumps when you're breaking out. As you can see, my skin is not super perfect, but you know, of course, as a woman, we all break out, you know, during, you know, certain times. And this is a good way to clear up your skin. So I would take this and I would just use this to get off any dirt or residue. And always rub outward. Don't ever pull down, because when you pull down, you're pulling your skin down, which could cause like sagging and bags and things like that. So always kind of like go against the wrinkle, like pull up. When you're wiping your face, under your eyes, you kind of want to go like up and out, as up and out. Around your mouth. I think that got in my mouth. I don't think it's supposed to go in your mouth, but so this is witch hazel. And then when you first hear it, it sounds really creepy, like witch hazel. It sounds like somebody putting a spell on you. You can also clean your face with this. Apple cider vinegar is pretty good too, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to use witch hazel because it's good for makeup removal, dirt, and acne, things like. Normally I would let that sit for a minute when I'm just trying to do like an acne treatment. So it's kind of like, let it sink in, let it sit for a few minutes. So the next thing I use is my super daily go-to while I'm in the shower. I really think that this has a lot to do with the marks on my, I used to have a big scar in the middle of my head, and somewhere between this and regular cocoa butter, it's gone. Like, it's gone. I got, when I was little, I wasn't little, I'm lying. When I was like 20, 21, I was standing on my bed, I don't know why, had a ceiling fan. You know, okay. Knocked my ass out, but anyway. This stuff, I don't know if you can see it. This is my go-to. I love this soap. This is the only soap I put on my face on a regular. So it's a bar soap. It smells like chocolate. I take this and I rub it on my face. I probably shouldn't have worn this shirt for this video because this shirt is gonna get really messy, but. So I dry my face after that before. I'll dry my face. And pat dry, don't rub. Always pat dry. What we're gonna do next is we're going to make a clay mask. And the instructions on this says, do not use a metal spoon. So just pay attention to the instructions. So I will put about maybe, it doesn't really tell you how much to do, so it's just like at your discretion. So I'll put just like one, because you don't need a lot of this. You do not need a lot of this. I'm probably just gonna do like 2 scoops. And then you'll pour in, mix in apple cider vinegar. I don't measure. I just kind of eyeball things. So I'm gonna put a little bit. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to put too much apple cider vinegar, because then you don't want to put too little either. So So you'll mix it. You're trying to get it to a nice smooth consistency, and you really only need a little bit. Like, you really only need a little bit of the powder. Probably just 2 spoonfuls should be enough for a face, because you're gonna have a lot left over if you put too much, and you're gonna be mad. So you want it to be like at a consistency, like a mushy kind of, like, you see? Not too pasty, because then it'll be like, I don't know. But you just want it like in this consistency, if you can see. Like a little bit mushy. Okay. So once that's all mixed up, you're gonna take your brush, just like this, like you're painting, and you're gonna apply it. You don't want it to be too watery too, because then it's gonna be like sliding off your face. And try to get as close to your eye as you can, like right where the bags is at, because this stuff like tightens. So that's all applied, and we're gonna leave it on. I know I look like Mrs. Doubtfire, but we're gonna leave it on for a little while, and let's say maybe about, until you feel your skin like tighten and it gets unbearable and you're like, and you can't really talk, then rinse it off. For me, that's probably about 5 to 10 minutes. What they say on here, let it dry for 5 to 10 minutes. So you can use this time to clean up the bowl. This is starting to make me feel restricted, like I told you. And I look very different than I normally look, or whatever. So it'll be like this. It should look like this. Still need to let it dry a little bit more, because it's not like there, but close enough. Now we're ready to rinse. And this stuff takes a while to rinse off, so you gotta make sure you got it off, because just when you think you got it all off, it still will be some somewhere. Okay. Remember to pat dry. Your skin should feel breathable. Last step, shea butter. Any type of raw shea butter, unfiltered, is perfect. But just make sure you use like pure shea butter. I don't get shea butter with fragrance and all of that in it, because it just does. It's not. I wouldn't put that on my face. Like, that's something you put on your hands and your neck, or your, you know, your legs or something, or arms. But I wouldn't put fragrance shea butter on my face. But you'll take the shea butter, you'll rub it together in your hand, and you'll rub it outwards, pulling all the wrinkles out. Get under your eyes. Right here in the crease of your eyes is the most important, because this is where it starts to show aging at. So make sure you moisturize that part, and be gentle around your eye. Don't be too rough, because it's very sensitive skin around your eye, and very fragile. So you just want to be real gentle. You don't want to pull it too much. So that's the end of my skincare routine. Even if you don't use everything that I've used, at least try one of them. They're all pretty good products, so I would at least use one of them. Anyway, thank you for watching.